Can a new base layout help pave the road to 5,000 trophies? Let's find out in today's episode. Welcome fellow Clashers, and thank you for joining me on my quest towards 5,000 trophies, as today in episode number 12 we go on the defensive in the 4,300 trophy range, trying to get to 4,400. My base has not been working, the Galatrap version's not being effective at all. I'm on quite a defensive losing streak, so we're going to start out with a speed build, and this is not a completely original base design. It is one of those multi-compartment bases that we used to see a lot of a few months ago. We're not seeing as often now, but I thought I'd put this together and hope that we might be able to throw some components in here that will slow down specifically air attacks. Now this base layout leaves a lot of 2x2 spaces open, so it makes it difficult for the attacker to estimate where those Teslas are going to be placed. And obviously we've got the four corner Tesla looking pockets, so it appears like the Teslas are evenly spaced out throughout the village. I'm just using the builder's hut mostly as placeholders to put the walls around. Now I put the Teslas down, and I'm going mostly on the right side with the Teslas. Also, the bombs are going to go out towards the corners. The air mines are going to go right next to these air defenses. The idea being, hopefully when they deploy the lava hounds, the air mines will take the lava hounds out, the bombs will work on the balloons, and I'm going to set most of my Teslas off to the right, because as you can see, my clan castle and queen are both to the right of the town hall as well. And from my experience, it seems like air attackers prefer to attack from the near side where the queen and the clan castle are, because they don't want to be left with not knowing how to deal with them later on in the attack, especially after the balloons have gone down. So the big bombs, the spring traps, really kind of an afterthought here, just putting them in around the base. The skeleton traps, though, I've got 2 set to air and 1 set to ground, just in case it comes down to heroes trying to take out my town hall. I'm hoping that 1 ground skeleton trap can slow things down. So we go ahead and finish off this design, placing those last extra structures around the outside here, and we will see how this defends for the very first time. So here is the replay from the first defense, and this is a member of Cupaholics coming at me with just 2 lava hounds top right, so close to what I was predicting. Coming from that top right, you can see the bombs and mines going to work, quickly taking out both of the lava hounds. Now both lava hounds are already down. You can see the skeleton traps now taking effect, and this is the point where it really does depend a lot upon luck and the attacker making mistakes. You can see the first freeze spell only froze the Inferno Tower, missing some other very important defenses in the area. The second freeze spell also only freezing the Inferno Tower, missing the Expo and the Queen. Also, 2 of the 3 rage spells were badly overlapping, and now this attacker not giving up yet, very wisely drawing out the remaining skeletons and patiently dropping just 1 minion to take care of all of those skeletons, as they are helpless to stop that minion from demolishing them. And now he's probably looking around, seeing where to come from, guessing he's not going for the town hall, just going for the 50% save. Can't get an unprotected structure, so he drops the heroes at the top of your screen along with some wall breakers, and the king is going to make his way around, but not before he's down to about 50% health. He is in that enclosure. Here comes the Iron Fist, the queen working as well, only 34% damage at this point, and now here's where those big level 11 walls come into play. In a world of jump spells and air attacks, the walls don't often make a difference, but right here they do, slowing both the king and the queen way down. The king is history, the queen is almost down herself, 39% damage, and the queen expires. Just 3 minions and 4 archers remain, desperately trying to save this attack. He spends a few seconds examining the base layout, decides there's no possible way to get the remaining 11%, and walks away 27 trophies poorer. Now sadly, however, a couple of things there. First of all, he left at 39%, so I didn't get a shield, but that's okay, what goes around comes around. Second of all, I was not able to log back on in time in order to restock my clan castle and wake up my queen, so the very next attack happens moments afterwards, and you'll notice I have no clan castle and no defending queen, so definitely an advantage for David of Korea. He comes in again with an airbound attack, again from the right-hand side, but without any of those bombs traps, mines. I am just going to get overwhelmed. And sure enough, even without deploying his heroes, you can see he is closing in on 50%. They take out the town hall with just the lava pups and the minions. There is 54% damage, and this almost looks like there was potential for a 3-star attack for a few minutes here, but the Inferno Tower in the center of the base there is going to slow things down. He'll give it a try with the heroes, but he won't come that close. But just the same, a painful loss right after an amazing and surprising win on defense at 4,300, and those 27 trophies are reduced by 12. Now, after another trophy grinding session of 6 hours, only gaining me a net positive of a handful of trophies, I am forced back out on defense, and this time attacked by a member of UN Arab. Now, he's dropped balloons from the top of the screen, obviously luring out my clan castle first, and yes, I have put a lava hound in the clan castle just as an experiment. Sometimes they cause me problems, seeing if maybe I could cause the attacker problems. But he's going to go ahead with the remainder of his attack on the right-hand side, putting in the rage spells really early. Was surprised to see that as slow as those balloons are, you really want to get a chance to have those balloons and minions use that rage spell as long as possible. So again, my Teslas all on the right-hand side, my airbound skeleton traps on the right-hand side are working out pretty well, going to work on the balloons and the minions quickly. The second free spell placed to freeze the Queen and an Expo, but she is going to survive that barrage of balloons. She unfreezes and goes to work, as do all of my little lava pups, finishing off the last of the balloons. And as the air phase of this attack wraps up, you'll notice all of the Expos still stand. One Inferno Tower and his heroes are only level 17. Now, Peter might be happy with that, but I don't think this attacker is, as he is going to have difficulty getting to 50% or the town hall. Deploying a couple of minions on the outside, manages to get just one structure. The minion moves in, now it's in range of that Expo. Can't quite get that elixir storage down. He's going to go for it anyway with his heroes, just a couple of wall breakers, minions, and archers, but it is not looking good. Too many structures remain. Again, those level 11 walls coming into play, and despite a good effort, this attacker realizes he is up against it and ends up saving his queen, taking the loss instead. 28 trophies. Unfortunately, again, however, under 40% damage, and because I had received the 6-hour kick, and that means after playing 6 hours you are forced to take a break, you get a message that says your little villagers need to rest, and you actually are forced to log out for several minutes. And because of the speed of the fail of that first attack, the second attack gets underway before I am even allowed to log back on. And unfortunately, again, the attacker given the huge advantage of an empty clan castle, most of the bombs and mines gone, the queen down. An effective freeze spell stops the multi-targeting Inferno and the Expo. There, the town hall overrun by all the minions and lava pups. There are 2 stars. Now, Assassin from Goonies, slightly lower level heroes, and so he won't have a shot at 3 stars on my base, thank goodness, because when you see the end of this attack, you will see that not only was my entire trophy gain wiped out from the last defensive win, but I end up walking away 1 trophy poorer on this defensive series. So as for the weather report, I wish I had something more exciting to share, but the clouds are just thicker. About 95% of the offers that show up are for 1 trophy, and there are fewer town hall snipes than there were, around 4,000 to 4,200. So that is even taking out the fun of being able to gain a trophy or 2 here and there. Getting slower as we continue on our way towards 4,400 and beyond. Thank you guys again for watching. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Like, comment, subscribe, and favorite. And I hope to see you back here tomorrow for more full attacks. I'll be back tomorrow, Galadon, because I expect a galley fail.